this, it wants to be like, and then another one says something else. As a collective, they're all the same. This Babylon the Great, which has to have all the elements of Egypt's teachings, Babylon's teachings, Christian denominations' teachings, Jewish teachings that came from Solomon himself, who had a pagan wife, brought in, because it says, it's who is the ruler of it all? Who is the leader of all the spirits that came down during Jared's day? Can you remember? 200 running this world right now. And you don't know who they are, but they're here. These spirits are here. And they're setting up things. You don't believe, do you? You're not fighting against blood and flesh. You're fighting against all these heavenly high authorities that's been put in heavenly positions of governmental arrangement whereby they can control the populace by just passing a law that makes no sense. Okay, I'm gonna finish here. And the 10 horns and the beast that you saw will hate the prostitute. That's all of religion expected. Whatever religion you're in, you're going to get it. They will leave her desolate and naked. All your bankers, all those within the crypto, it's all going to be taken. Leave her desolate and naked. This is a future event. And will eat her flesh and burn her with fire. There will be an event that will trigger off the collapse of Satan's whole system that is embedded in every country. Every kingdom that exists on this earth is his. And now we've reached a critical point. You kings of the earth are going to remove the banking system and replace it with a gold-backed whatever it is. The exchange may be just gold and silver, copper, bronze, real. Getting back to the real, that is value in it because it was created through hard work, getting it out of the ground. A fair day's work for a fair day's pay. That means, my Father, the value of this precious metal, especially silver, those who trusted that it was my Father's money for the future, you will be blessed. There will be a rush for silver. Just watch. To create the intensity of farming Bitcoin takes so much silver and resources. It gulps it down. The electricity it must use. And at the end of the day, crypto has just kept going because of this system. That's using up all the resources to mine these things, to mine Bitcoin. Takes a tremendous amount of resources. And the noise it makes, if you've got a lot of machines, sounds like a roar of a lion. Just you've got to tie these things in, you see. It's his personality. This is the raw. We want you to get into the crypto world to steal and destroy your future. On the other hand, if I'm right, you listen to my father and trust in what is real. What is real? If you don't hold it, you don't own it. Don't get a paper deal. Oh, I've got so many ounces. Try ounces. And they've got it for us there. And you get a paper receipt. This is your receipt, you can come get it any time out. What about if they haven't got it? And there's right profit and it goes on and on and on. And you got an ounce of silver in there, right? And they say, come and get silver of us. And they give out these certificates on the basis of just one, maybe 2,000. So they give out 2,000 paper certificates as proof. You come get your silver anytime you want. Oh, I've heard that there's going to be a crash. Can I have my silver out? And then another person says, oh, I've heard this, and there's a rush. But they've only got one. The rest's been done fraudulently. So they think they've got it when they haven't. And this is how they're manipulating the silver prices. But it's all going to come to an end. You've got to cry over this system that has held us under slavery. They will leave her desolate and naked. That's all the nations. They're not going to be bothered about the event. The centre of London, the mile long, the mile square, that runs all the hub of the banking systems. It's all tied in. Suddenly, it's no more. This is the warning for the future, for the crypto peddlers and the 10 horns and the beasts that you saw will hate the prostitute. So the kings of the earth will hate the prostitute. The religious connotation that's influenced them for years. They will leave her desolate and naked, and will eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For God has put it into their hearts. He's given them permission, in other words. You want to wipe out so-and-so, to stop all this crypto being bought and sold, underhanded, buy these armaments for us, for the war. And that's how you're getting it, through this system of things like that. What about if it all comes to an end? And you bankers, what are you going to do then when the crypto's fucked? Because they will do it. There will be an event that will trigger this off and take all your power away. That means there's going to be no soldiers paid, no police paid, no doctors, no nurses, no bus drivers. What the fuck are you going to do, man? This is what's going to happen. I'm sorry. I'm a bearer of bad news, but it's good news to those who listened. And they've got a tremendous amount of work held in precious metals. Somebody had to do a lot of hard work to get that. That holds that value, and you'll see the benefits very, very soon. So they're going to be left devastated and naked. But God has put it into their hearts to carry out His purpose. The Lord allows it to happen. By uniting to give their kingdom to the beast. They have the full approval of my Father until the words, I'm carrying on to read now, until the words of God are fulfilled. This will happen. The nations, the kings of the earth, will turn on every religion that is rhoda in politics. You will not be able to do that ever again. Religion will be out of politics. No more. You've lost your power. So you bankers who were using religions and you back dealers, the religious being involved with the banking system, and you know all this, do you? Surely you know all this. Well, I'll leave it there for What is that? What's that a bit heavy for you? By the way, that was Revelation 17. So I had to do a comparison. To understand Revelation 13, I had to backtrack and tied in like the 7 heads. We had a picture of Daniel, what he saw, this big immense image with a golden head, and it went down in quality and right down to the feet, which had 10 toes, which tied in with the beast here that has 10 what? Powers, horns. That's what you use in warfare, yeah? The horns. So we got that. We got that. It was for 42 months. It's a lockdown. And all of this is trying just for you to identify who's in control to draw you out of getting involved in politics, voting for someone. Is your allegiance. And if you were led captive, you were meant for captive. New Jerusalem, the mother of New Jerusalem. You see, what is Jerusalem? I have gone through this before. Jerusalem above is our mother, and what bears us. She is our mother. We've been born to bring the kingdom of love. If you get all this, if you understand why you're here, the kingdom within you, listen, It's not hard. You don't have to be wearing a collar like, these preachers. No, this is not, it's not religious. Everything I'm doing is not religious. Just because religions have the books, I look at it in a different way. I look at it as prophecy that has to be interpreted to help us who were living right at the time this was wrote for. This is the time it was wrote for. It's a cycle that I had to wait for its arrival, so I could show you what was going to happen and what events to expect with 7 and 8. A trump card at that time. What age am I? I'm not 78 or 87. That's not my age. I'm a lot younger than that. I thought you said you were from ancient days. Well, I am. I'm from a long time ago. But you come here, you get a birth certificate, which means nothing to me. Anyway, I'll tell you what now. If you need to know how old I am, I'm not going to ask how old you were. There's somebody who wants to give us a call right now. Alright, sweetheart. But listen, I'll not ask how old you are. And you don't ask how old I am. What difference does it make? Tell me, what difference does it make? Because if you don't recognise me as who I am, then you'll want to know my age. If you look at me and recognise me, then I know who I am. Do you know who I am? Do you recognise not the flesh? Come on now, try to help me through this. You recognise me not in the flesh, but as the Spirit I am. So, when you do recognise me, then you will recognise who you are. It's amazing how this works. And when you know who you are, I say to you, as my father says to me, come on, sit with me on my throne, because it's not like this. There's enough room for 144,000, because we're all sitting on the throne. But whose throne are we sitting on? Yeshua said, didn't he? I sit on my Father's throne because the kingdom is within. You also will have to sit on this throne with me and have our Father within us, His kingdom. That's what all it was about with Yeshua. Yeshua is not his Father. He is the Son of his Father. This is where it annoys me, because I have to address this again. The Son could not exist without his Father. His Father, who's existed for eternity. There's no time you can put on him. His Father, one day, Yeshua, suddenly existed. And the first person he saw was his Father, his Creator. And they lived together as father and son. He is the image of his Father, but he's not his Father. But you might as well say, if you've seen him, you've seen his Father, because if his Father could materialise and be of man, this is what he would look like in spirit. He brings his Father's spirit. You will never recognise who I am unless my Father, our Father, reveals it to you. I don't need anyone, and I never will, to tell me who I am. I know who I am. Therefore, whether people say you're not him or you're not whoever, that does not affect me one bit, because I know who I am. But people don't know who they are. You would ask a woman who was dressed as a man, with a husky voice and everything, are you a man? How dare you? How dare you? I'm only asking, are you a man? I'm cross-gender. Oh, okay. Free will, you know. I've got nothing against you. Just I was asking you whether you were a man. You can't give us an answer. Well, I know I'm a man. I don't have to have somebody say, you're a man. I've got an X and a Y chromosome. If I had an X and an X, I couldn't be saying that, could I? Because your body tells you what you are. Likewise, I don't need anyone to confirm who I am. I know I'm a male, and I know who I am. So, thanks so much for calling. There was much more to be said, but I think I'll leave it at that. For bring your spirit. Help them discern where we are in the stream of time, so that they can take a stand and not be shocked at the events that are about to unfold. To give them strength beyond what is normal, knowing by doing what is right, trust no Father will bring the greatest of rewards, not from me. Oh, Father will glorify the bride, the 144,000, for himself. Yes, it is. As you can view it as Yeshua and his bride as well, but of the greater because Yeshua is part of the bride. Seems a bit strange that, but he is. Just like he was part of the 12. There was 12 that night. One had went, was meant to go. It was 12. So he's part of it. He's part of the body. Yeah? Satan, he's only got 200 running the world. Those who came down to Mount Carmel many years ago, they're still in control. They're in control of these governments worldwide. But now, it's what? There's confusion. In Babylon, the algorithms are going crazy. They're going crazy. That's why it all got to come down. The tower's got to come down. You've just received from a Darth Vader the tower. The watchtower will come tumbling down. I'm sorry. That wasn't a nice way to end it all, was it? But I'm not here to bring you sugar and spice and all things nice. And the bitter herbs. What the bitter herbs would do you good. Oh yeah, man. Thanks for calling. And somebody was asking us a question. And then the Druid, was it you? Did you do that to me? Yeah, that was sly, that. I heard you. I couldn't hear you now. Oh, you just wanted the hug. Oh, well, that was lovely. Thanks so much. I've got to go. Right. Tell Pip, I'll get this uploaded as soon as I can. I don't know when I'll be back. I know I always say that. Shalom, shalom.